What? Obviously, I knew what I was doing. Yes, I absolutely knew what I was doing. Yeah. This is the worst puzzle that I have ever done in a video game, by the way. Have I mentioned that before? I can say it now because I solved it. This is the worst thing that I have lit my eyes on. I'm gonna go reverse engineer as to why this solves this part of the puzzle, and that door opens. Because I already didn't I already tested, like, having this be right like this, and it didn't open this. So why did it work this time? Okay, so that's death, that's life, that's the door, that's the Ravager, that's the moon, and that's the sun. Okay, so which one of these... Right, let's take the one where the symbol is the right, I guess, or the left, I guess. Is it a mirror image? Whatever. So it would be this one, I guess. The Ravager was never much glimpsed, but that the dough should follow. Right, so Ravager and the dough needs to be next to each other, maybe. And then the death needs to stalk from above. Ravager and dough. So that is that. And that's death. Didn't I already test this? And it didn't fucking open. Fucking idiotastic. This fucking puzzle sucks ass. If you can call it a puzzle. Faith seed. I don't have any faith left. Get me out. Gift from the dough itself, it contains life and begets life, as all seeds do, but this one does not much more... Wait, what? But this one does so much more quickly. Okay, so we inspect these. Maybe there's some writing on the plant. Who knows? The game wants us to do this every time. Right, I'm gonna go with the same exact... See, now I have a directive, but I have a directive because I accidentally solved something. So... now, I can solve this by just using the same ideology I had on this. Let's just start off by just moving this, I guess, because this arrow thing actually mattered like I was testing before, but it's just... it's just fucking retarded, this one. That's as simple as it is. What if I solve one of these doors that is already open? What happens then? So like this, for example, if I solve this beginning, I mean, I guess there's not really a point. I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna leave that for somebody else's testing. I'm just gonna open that next. Right, so it's that angle. I feel like I aged about 10 years doing this stupid fucking puzzle. Right, so what does this one entail? Except I already tested this one and the same problem. Instructions ass. Ah, it's the blood moon thing. Moon, Ravager, Sun... Wait, Moon and... I mean, Moon and Sun are opposites, so that makes it easier. Moon and the Ravager are... Wait, Moon and the Ravager were next to each other again, weren't they? Let's see. No, Death and the... Wait, no, that's Death and Dough, fuck. Ravager, Life... okay, so Ravager, Moon are next to each other. And then obviously Moon and Sun are opposites. Okay. Right, this one is deceptively simple. But I think I already tested this accidentally as well and it did literally nothing, so let's see. Is it gonna do something this time? Because, I don't know. I believe more, so it just works. Did it bug last time? So that's what it should be, maybe. It is not. Lovely. I mean, dough is not even mentioned. Wait, death is kind of mentioned, but you cannot angle those together. Life is not mentioned either. Okay, I have a very dumb idea here that might actually work, but it's also kind of deceptive from the devs if this works. Very dirty trick. It didn't work, thank goodness. Fuck was that sound effect? Any more stupid hints? Another idea, I guess. Although I don't think it opened anything last time, so I don't think this works. does not. Wait a minute, there's actually another way that I can maybe... like that. I forgot, I can orient it 2 different ways to have the Ravager next to the moon. Well, I doubt this does it, but I guess it is possible. Exhaust all options. Please give me hope. Oh, this fucking puzzle sucks ass. So I basically already did it correct, and I was just wondering as to why the fuck it doesn't work. Because I put them here. I put the Ravager and the moon, or the Ravager and the Hunter here, and then I put the Shine there, shining down on the moon. But because the room has to be oriented in a certain way, it just accidentally had to be in the way that the Ravager had to be down here, and the sun had to be up here, and yeah. You can misconstrue the directives on this puzzle so many fucking ways. I feel bad for anybody else who has to do this without any fucking guidance anywhere. That is fucking horrible. I think that kind of puzzle would be fine if there actually was a directive of, like, direction somewhere. If there was something that just makes me feel certain that, like, at least I have, like, one of the fundamental, like, fucking ways of the compass or just something, like, aligned correctly, and then, you know, I can do the puzzle on top of that, like, then it makes it more easier to think that you're doing at least something right. What did I even get from that? I got one of those fucking prism stones. Or, I mean, one of these fragments that are not really that useful. I still haven't chosen this, and I don't want to choose this either, because this seems... It literally says you cannot revert changes after confirmation. So, like, I'm waiting on that for now. All this here for some lousy loot. That was so not worth the time I spent on this. Fuck that. I do wonder what happens if you... Probably nothing. Okay, fine. I'm already here and I fucking sunk cost fallacy, that's what they call this, I think. when you have already spent like a regrettable amount of time in something and you wanna commit to the end regardless of if you enjoy it or not. Yeah, let's just go with that logic now. Wait, how is this meant to be red? Yeah, this is meant to be away. Yeah. It's not meant to be aligned to a certain point. It's meant to be copied like a mirror image. So this needs to be exactly the opposite way. Like that. And now the directives for this dumb thing were in here. Okay, now I think I have enough. I have enough things where I can just kind of start guessing as to how they have to be. Right, we need to get the sun and the moon here. Hope that's oriented right, is it? Right, sun and the moon. Fragile life must be below. Okay, well, life is... Wait a minute. This is one way that you could open this puzzle already. But I guess it has to be the opposite way, so... This has to be oriented exactly the opposite. Like so. And now we need to move this circle here into here. And that should hypothetically open this if possible. I think nothing is gonna happen though, but yeah. Right. Let's leave. What a horrible fucking thing that was. There wasn't even any... Wait, no, there was one amulet actually. No, it wasn't even an amulet. What was it? Ring? Wait, it was crafting material? Oh yeah, this thing, Faith Seed. That looks like it could be important, but it's in the materials, it's not in quest items, so... Well, that was fucking horrible. I think I wasted about, like, an hour's worth of too much time on that. I don't think I even was there an hour, but... started to creep close. It felt like an hour. Time was moving very slowly in there.